Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour here in the evening. And I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can join in with me and ask questions along the way and hopefully make with me, work on something. So, all right, you guys, we are gonna do more embroidery on the Clamshells block. This is from the Splendid Sampler 2. Last night we stitched this middle flower and we have just one more flower to go on this. So here is the instructions from the book. It's on page 73 of the Splendid Sampler 2 Quilt Along. And there we go. So that's the full thing. So we have the embroidery to do yet, and then we have these cute little clamshells to work on. So we're almost done with the first row, but we have the other 2 rows to make. But tonight, we're gonna just work on that embroidery. I'm hoping we can get that done. Whew, that would be a good step finished on this project. Then we can just do all the fun hand applique stuff, which I like doing too. So, all right, thanks again for joining me. See you guys all popping in tonight. I'm gonna flip you around. Let's get stitching right away here. Okay, there's the machine. All right, just bear with me while I get situated here. Okay. So that's where we left off last night. We did this flower here. We are doing, with 2 strands of thread, we are doing a stem stitch for the stem and the little circle center there. We're doing lazy daisies or single chain stitches for the leaves. We got 2 little leaves left here, and back stitches for the petals and for the little like petal veins, I suppose. So we just have that one more flower. I already have it drawn on with the water-soluble marker, and we did that just by tracing through the design, the pattern that came with the book. So all right, let's get going right away here. I'm hoping we can speed demon through this tonight. It would be fun if we got done with this really quickly, and then we could maybe place our stitches for, or place our first row of clamshells would be really cool. I don't know if we'll get that far, but I'm hoping we will. Okay, I am missing something. I need my little embroidery hoop here. I was getting ahead of myself. I'm that anxious. So, all right, let's just kind of center this part. We will be going over stitches that we've already have done. So again, I'm going to open my embroidery hoop. I'm going to loosen it an extra amount. I don't want to like push these stitches along, so I'm just going to try and open this up and lay the hoop on those stitches first and then stretch it around this side. That's kind of my normal strategy. Usually I like using a hoop that's big enough for the whole design, but because we already have this cut into a small piece of fabric, we're pretty limited, and you know, like I barely have any fabric here. You need some fabric around the whole deal. So you can tighten it like this. Tighten it a little bit more. I take my design out of the hoop anytime I'm not working on it, so it helps diminish the creases that can happen. And we should do a wrapped hoop once. So you can actually wrap your inner hoop. I think I got one here. So this one, I've wrapped my inner hoop with fabric just around and around and around, and then that helps decrease the, you know, the crinkles, the circle crinkles that you can get as well. But even with the wrapped hoop, I do still take it out. Oh, my brother is still at Mount Hood. Oh wait, no, not at Mount Hood. Where is he at? Oh, I always get that. He was at Mount Hood. Wait, is that the one that he's still at? Oh my gosh, you guys, he moves around every winter. I think my mom's in here. I think I saw her pop in. Mom, is it? Oh no, yeah, Mount Hood. Wait, Meadows? Is that part of it?
Mount Hood, and then there's a bunch of mountains there, and he works the meadows. Mount Hood Meadows. Let me know if that sounds like a thing. But yes, he is there. He is dealing with the snow. Yeah, okay, Mount Hood Meadows. That's where he's at. Yes, in Oregon. Yep. That's where. So I'm tying a little knot in here. I'm gonna do an away knot this time. So I use an away knot to start stitching when I don't have any stitches nearby to weave it in. So this is kind of far away here. So I'm going to go like far away from where I'm gonna start. I wanna start down here. So I'm going far away and out of the path of this thread. So if this thread goes from here to here, my starting point, it's not gonna be in the way of my stitches. Oh my gosh, so my mom says that my brother, at Mount Hood Meadows he's had 4 feet of snow since Friday. Oh my God. So like me whining about like our foot of snow, which is a lot. Man, he's got 4 feet. That's just plain crazy town. All right, so here's my knot up here. I will come back to that. And now I'm going to come up where I'm going to start. So you'll see in the back I have this long little thread here that I'm going to weave that in later. And that's just so I don't have knots on the back, so I have like all my little pretty woven in flat stitches. All right, so stem stitch, I'm just going from here to there, and then we'll pick up these couple stitches here. And all right. So I have my thread going up on top. You can have it go up or bottom, but you just want to be consistent. I usually have it go in the kind of the shape of the curve I'm doing, and this one kind of arches kind of like this. So I have it going like that above, and I'm going about 2 stitches ahead. So if this is a stitch, then this is the second stitch. I'm going about that far, and then I'm coming up right away in the same motion, like in and out, to right in the middle on my line there, and then I will pull it through. So that loop is on the top, and I came up on the bottom here, and we're just going to pull that tight. Again, I'm going to put my thread up top, and about 2 stitches away. Again, it's like 1, 2. And then I'm going to come up right next to that hole, the last hole that I came through. See, so that's where we came up with the thread, going the 2 stitch lengths away, and then coming back up right in the middle there. Oh man, you're having lots of snow and some coming tomorrow. Oh, you haven't been out since Friday. That's the worst. That's what gets to you. For sure. And I've been just like working and stuff, so that's been keeping me inside. But yeah, I need to get out and go snowshoeing or something. Hopefully the snow will be around this weekend yet, and I can go hike around the neighborhood a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. But oh gosh, I was telling you, I'm gonna do 2 stitches here. So I could just end it here, but if I want, this double thickness that's happening from having 2 stitches lay next to each other, I'm going to come up one last time. See, we're technically done, but if I want the double thickness, I'll just go right next to it again there. So there we are. We have the double thickness at the end here. All right, then I'm going to come up and do my chain stitches. But yeah, our poor neighbors. Who got their cars stuck, and oh man. It was funny, John was talking to them and they're like, yeah, we were debating, do we need to get a snow blower this year or not? And I was like, oh my gosh, they're us 10 years ago, because that was us, they're new neighbors, and that was John and me like 10 years ago when we moved into, or 10-ish years ago, I think, when we moved into this house here. The first year, we kind of moved in during winter, and we didn't have a snowplow. We just had shovels, and I think we had to buy the shovels too. I don't think we had anything. We lived in an apartment building before. And oh God, we had the biggest snow ever that year. Oh, and I just remember shoveling forever. I remember shoveling, and then by the time I, got just a little bit down the driveway where I shoveled first, like just on our stoop, it had like another 2 inches on, and I'm like, this is just dumb. After that year, we got a snowplow or snowblower, and that has worked so much better. Obviously, we're very happy with that. So, all right, we're done with this little part here. I'm going to weave in the ends now. This is how I like ending my rows. It's actually how I like starting my rows too. I like weaving in the ends in the back of the stitches here. I think it's just a bit more secure than a knot. And what I like best about it is it leaves a flat surface on the back, so there's nothing for my threads to catch on. Like when I'm pulling my thread through here, let's say I'm making a stitch to the front. If there's a knot on the back, like let's say the knot's right here, then I could I could get stuck on that knot like this, and I could stitch like a whole rest of the motif without even realizing that I have this giant loop on the back here. So that's what I hate about doing knots on the back the most, and so I weave them in instead. There, and I can trim it so I don't have any little frayed edges anywhere either. There's nothing to catch on. And so now back to this away knot that we did right at the beginning. Now I'm going to trim that off. I just trimmed that. That's just the little knot right there. And now we have this little end, and it's just enough for me to weave in. So even at the beginning, even when I don't have any stitches to weave it in at the start, I can still weave in the ends using the away knot. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but you're wasting so much thread. Well, we're not wasting as much thread as if I would have caught it on the back of a knot and it been stuck there for the whole time. And it's just makes it so much easier, and I just totally frayed these ends. I'm going to try and get it in this needle still. All right. I think I only wove it in once or twice. I think I got to do one more here. There's probably enough here that I'll be okay. Okay, let's trim that close to the stitches as well. And there we go. Nice, nice clean back with no knots, nothing to get caught on. All right, next up, we are going to do the petals here. And I think we are out of yellow. Oh, wait, no, wait, no, that's not yellow. I'm out of yellow, so let's we gotta get more from here. The town comes and clears the roads, but they don't do anything with the driveways. And luckily, I live in an area that doesn't have any sidewalks. I mean, sidewalks, in theory, I would like sidewalks, but we live in a neighborhood where no one really has a reason to drive through unless they live here. So it's actually a pretty quiet roads. So, you can walk on the road without having too many cars in the way. But since we don't have sidewalks, we don't have to shovel. Oh, God. That just would be the worst. That just, because if you live in town a little bit more or have sidewalks, then you're super obligated to do the sidewalks. If we're out of town or whatever and our driveway just is unplowed for a while, then oh well. But sidewalks you got to keep clean. But luckily we don't have any sidewalks. But yeah, nope. We snowplow and shovel. I think last night was actually yesterday was the first time that John actually used a shovel, or used the snowblower. We had been just shoveling up to this point. just because we have the shovels just right by our door, and sometimes it's just easier to grab that and push a little bit of snow out of the way. Yeah, and the town does come and clean the roads, but sometimes there's just so much snow coming down that they clean the roads, and there's 2 more inches a couple hours later. So that doesn't do much good. This morning when we left, it didn't seem like there was much done. I think I'm going to start with these little inside bits this time, just because my thread is pretty close to that. We're going to go, oh wait. Yeah, we're going to start with those. We did the other way yesterday. We started around the outside, but I'm going to start with these little guys first. Oh, Cindy, you made the live video. Glad you're here. But yeah, man, I'm really going to have to get the snowshoes out before the snow goes away. I really want to try them on all this snow. Maybe tomorrow when we get home. I still have to put them by the door. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do that tonight, just as a quick reminder. Oh, I missed Shauna, I can't see your entire comment right now. I'll have to look later, but did the plow cut away some of your yard or something? Yeah, I saw an image. It was probably like a meme or something online or something today, but it was just this mound of snow, but they had red painted all over it. And then the caption said that there was a car underneath there, and I'm like, yeah, I bet you that's why they painted it red, so a snowplow knows not to just try and push that snow out of the way. But I saw a few cars like that over this weekend where there was just so much snow on top, like a foot of snow on the whole entire car, right? And then if someone snowblowed up against it to just kind of make the whole thing a mound, it just looks like a mound of snow that a snowplow should just come over and push a little bit more out of the way. But if there was a car underneath there, that would be a little bit of a crunch, I'm thinking. No good. So good thing it was sprayed with red. I do kind of like walking on our little sidewalk to our house from our driveway, and I like seeing the driveway with the carved out edging basically from the snowplow. I do like that. Like the 1.5 feet just sliced out of the side. Ooh, your friend Janice and you just started this block today. Awesome! You'll have to post it in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. I'd love to check it out. Man, when I was setting up for this evening, I was just itching to start stitching these on. I'm like, oh, I want to applique those today, but can't do that. I had a little bit more embroidery to do, but I like embroidery too, but I was just itching to be a little further than I am, I suppose. Oh, yay, I can't wait to see it, Karen. All right, a couple more stitches here, and I have enough floss here that I can start these petals. Yesterday, I had just enough floss for the outside of the petals and just enough for the inside. So that was great, but now I had to start all new floss today. And I'm so close to stitching those on, aren't I? I might actually stitch this first row on before prepping the other ones. I don't know, we'll see. I think prepping these pieces are kind of fun too. They got those little templates inside. I can't quite read all of your comment, Jamie, but when you lived in Minnetonka, the city would plow your street and would bury the end of I'm guessing your already super covered driveway is what I'm guessing you're saying, because that's how ours is. And oh wait, I'm weaving in the ends, you guys. I didn't need to do that. Let's back out of here. I was thinking about yesterday when I was done at this point, and I'm not done, so let's take this out again. I'm like all done, weaving in the ends. See, that's what I'm getting ahead of myself, talking about stitching the clamshells together and thinking I'm done with embroidery. That's what I get. So let's try this again here. I am not done. I got petals to stitch here. All right, let's go around. But yeah, that's what our neighbors got hung up on, because the plow is just plows the road willy-nilly, right? Carving out the road, but it blows over the entryways to all the driveways. So yeah, two neighbors yesterday thought they could just hurdle right over it, but that was not the case. Oh man. But yeah, you almost have to park. Well, you do. You have to park and hope the plow doesn't come, and then dig out the little bit that they did, before they come do it again. Nope. Minnetonka is not on Lake Harriet. Lake Harriet is in town here in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, not Minnetonka. You can skate on a lot of lakes. I mean, sometimes it gets a little dangerous when it gets snowy, because I think it affects the ice quite a bit. But if you don't skate on one of the lakes, there are oodles and oodles of like playgrounds, like parks and stuff. They flood all over the place here. The city, I'm guessing it's the city, or I don't know, the rec department or whoever does that stuff. They flood whole big areas of parks and that sort of thing. And they have ice skating huts everywhere, and it's definitely a thing. So just walk up to your local park, and chances are there's a little ice skating rink there. So a lot of that. I have not done any of that though this year. We used to pretty often, but then there was a year where it was either there was no snow, or when it did snow, it was so windy and cold, or it'd be like negative bajillion, so, I don't know, we're just lazy, I suppose, and conditions weren't perfect for our laziness. So, I don't know. It would be fun to get out here again, though. We'll work up to it. We'll start with the snowshoes and go from there, maybe. Oh yeah, you grew up in Michigan. The lakes would freeze, but the ice usually wasn't smooth enough to skate on. Yeah, the conditions really do have to be right to skate on. And a lot of places, even on the lakes, they'll put water on. Like they'll work on an area to make it skatable. Because you want that smoother skate. When we grew up, there was a pond. Our neighbors had a pond. And we used to skate on all the time. Yeah, you have to shovel the snow. That's not why the conditions get weird. Just when it snows. Oh, I forget how this works, but when it snows, sometimes it warms up areas, and there's some, it's not as. You can't trust it so much, like the different thicknesses of the ice, I think, compared to when you have just like a deep freeze for a little while. So I think that's why it becomes a little bit dangerous. You don't know what's 3 inches versus 6 inches or whatever of ice. All right, I'm going to try and get to the end of this little petal, and then I think I'm out. I'm definitely not going to make it. We're going to do this in 2 stitches. I'm not going to make it for the 2 other petals, not even close. So we'll finish up this first one, trying to squeak it through, and yeah, then 2 more. We'll get 2 more strands of floss here. Okay. Oop. Where'd this guy come from there? Okay, weaving in these ends. It's a little difficult because I am close to that hoop. Again, another reason why I like using a bigger hoop typically. Okay, let's go right there. Snip. All right. We're getting there. Let's grab the thread again. 2 more strands. 1. Oh, got a little stuck there at the end. There we go. Throw these strands together. Okay, we left off right up here, I think. We'll weave in there. See, I don't have to do an away knot when I have other stitches that I can weave in. Okay. Oop, hold on, you guys. My phone is giving me a... So YouTube viewers just got to see my phone tell me that it needs a system update, so that's fun. Cancel that. Not during our live. All right, let's trim these extra little bits. All right. Continue around this petal here. All right. Oh man, now I do kind of want to go skating. I'm sort of afraid I'll break something. My cousin just went skating. He's a runner, and you know, so this is extra crappy. But he went ice skating with his daughter and fell and broke his kneecap, like a break right down the kneecap. Blah, scary, yuck. Scary enough, like our driveway was just totally full of ice on Friday. That was super slippery. We could have, that was like that nice, clean, perfect ice too. Could have gone ice skating on that. That'd actually been pretty interesting. Get the ice skates on and skate down the driveway. That's not dangerous at all. Break a wrist, break an ankle. Yeep. Oh, sorry, I hit you guys there. All right. I have never broken a bone before. Like, I've never had a cast or anything like that. Or stitches even. Both my brothers had stitches. I don't think anyone broke anything, though. That's surprising. We would play outside all the time, like every day. So I'm surprised there were no full breaks, like falling out of a tree or something. All right, almost done with this part at least. We do have that center area. Okay, last stitch. Yeah, hopefully I don't jinx myself now. And I don't know, I might have jinxed myself with that cold too. I felt good today, but I don't know. Feeling like I'm getting more tired in the evening quicker and a slight tickle in my throat. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into anything. But I did have some tea with we did have some ginger, so I cut up some ginger. I heated up hot water and I cut up some ginger, and we had some other tea, like some caffeine-free, like hibiscus or something, rooibos tea. So I put some of that in with the ginger, and that was really good last night. So I think I'll do that again. Again, when I'm done here, I have some nice ginger plus extras. What am I doing here? I said I'm done. I must be getting sick or something because I'm doing weird stuff, just getting ahead of myself. Get back in there. But yeah, the ginger tea was good. I don't even look if we had, I just assumed we didn't have any lemon and stuff. Maybe I'll check to make sure tonight, because that would be good in there. All right, it looks like this is 4 strands still. This is our scrap from earlier. This is that orange. So the orange is for the center. Yeah, tiny little tickle and maybe a little sneezy feeling, kind of. I don't know. What was it that I forget who said it, but what was it that saying, I hadn't heard it before, but saying it is gonna like make it happen sort of thing. It was the general gist of it. I think there were a couple letter P words in there. I don't know. Let me know if you know that phrase so you can remind me of it again. I forget. Okay. So I'm going to weave in the ends again through the backs of these stitches, and I'm going to start on this outside again and go zoop, swirl up around. And we're going to use that stem stitch again like we did down here. Okay. Well, we'll weave in the ends through here. This will be a little bit easier down here because it's farther away from the hoop. Oh, say it and you own it. Oh, you think Leslie said it. Yeah, that sounds right. Say it and you own it. That's the general gist, but if you confess it, you'll... Oh, what is it? Like, what's the rest of it? Profess it. If you confess it, you'll... If you profess it, you will... Something else with a P. If you profess it, or you confess it, you'll profess it? Is that it? I don't know. I forget what it was, but that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna conjure this cold into my life, and I don't like that. Alrighty, let's do it. Start from this outside area again. So what's nice now is that since I've... Oh, if you profess it, you'll possess it. Is that it? If you profess it, you'll possess it. That sounds right. That's 2 P's. If you profess it, you'll possess it. Boo! All right, so I'm going to... what I was saying is my fabric's a little looser in here now, which is good for this stem stitch again. It's just a little easier to go in and out like this in one movement with your fabric a little looser in the hoop. If you profess it, you'll possess it. Something like that. Those are the 2 P's I was thinking of, though, I think. Ah, man. Last time I had a cold, it lasted forever. I thought I was through it so fast. Like, you know, it went through all the stages so quick. I'm like, oh, right, I'm done with this thing. I powered through this cold. And then, like, the last little just tired, sore throatness of it all lasted ages. I'm going to ward it off by talking about it. How about that? That's what I'm doing. I'm warding it off. Out of here. Cold. I'm going to ward it off with some ginger tea. I will put some honey in it tonight. Ginger, honey, and whatever tea I have. And lemon if we have it, but I don't think we have lemon. I don't have any zinc. I've heard that too. Oh yeah, like the cold ease stuff. That's like a zinc lozenge. Man, I don't know if we have any more of those. We had a bunch of those around for a while. Actually, you know what? I think I might have some of those. Oop. Sorry, you guys, hit you again. I will do that too, Karen. I'll have one of those, and then I'll have my ginger tea. Yeah, zinc lozenge. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, you're probably supposed to do it at about this time before you have the actual cold, or you just have the hankering for a cold. All right, we're starting that inner swirl, so I'm going to make my stitches even smaller, I think. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Burn some sage to get the cold demons out of here. Ooh, airborne gummies, yeah. Oh, soup. Oh, I've been talking about making soup for ages, and we've just been so busy that I haven't been doing what we've been eating out a lot more than we should. Just like we got Chipotle today on the way home just because we're both just tired. But yeah, I'm ready to revamp the kitchen again, get the refrigerator stocked, and get some soup made, or like 4 soups, whatever. I don't know. Just a ton of soup. Yeah, I've missed not making any of that for a while. Boo. All right, there we are. There's our little loop. Oh, you made soup today, Dawn? Yum. What kind? Oh man, yeah. I'll have to see what's in the fridge. Maybe I can make refrigerator soup this weekend. I think this weekend we might be at the shop too. We'll have to see. Always something. Oh, faux soup. Yes, there's a place in town that does yummy faux. We'll have to get some of that soon here. Ooh, yeah, some garlic. I am not a huge fan of hot soups, like the chili. I don't really like chili, like spicy hot. But the ginger and garlic, I'm all about that. Put as much of that stuff in as can be. Oh my God, tomato soup and grilled cheese. That's the best for sure. Love that. Okay. Now I can take it out of the hoop here. All right, we are totally done with the embroidery. Whew, that one went faster than last night. But you know what, you guys? I think I am gonna kind of cut it short tonight. This is kind of our next step, is stitching this on. We could make a few more of these, but this is our next step, really, that I'd like to do. But it's a bigger step than what we can get done tonight, I think. So I think we might just leave it here tonight and pick it up again, perhaps on Friday. So you guys, tomorrow, well, I'm gonna flip you guys around and then we'll chat for a little here. All right, so let me show you this. But I'm not going to be here tomorrow night. So I want to, if you weren't here yesterday and didn't hear that, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. The Hubs and I are going to go to a Valentine's movie and a little early dinner. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. All right, here we go. So cute. Now I want to see it with these. So yeah, so we will not be here tomorrow, but I'll be back on Friday. Here's this. All right, there we go. Oh, that's gonna look really nice. I'm excited for it. We'll get going on those clamshells. So I won't be here tomorrow. I will be here on Friday, though. It's New Block Thursday tomorrow, so I won't be here for the New Block Thursday. So Friday, we will look at whatever the new blocks are, and I'll decide if I'll do one of those or if I'm kind of tempted to just keep going on this guy again. We'll see how it goes. If one tempts me enough, then we'll work on that one on Friday. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what they are, though. So I think so we'll call it a night tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me again, everyone. I will see you not tomorrow. We'll see you Friday. But I'll get this up on YouTube, on Penguin and Fish Movies. And if you want to see a little bit of the shop and what we're doing right now at the Penguin and Fish Workshop, make sure to check out my Instagram stories within the next 12 hours or so before they disappear. And then you can see a little bit of what we were working on today. So thanks again, guys. Have a great evening. See you Friday. Good night.